Welcome to the Brothers Banter podcast. My name is Brian.
And my name's Donnie. What's up?
Not much. I forgot to tell you,
Yeah.
though, that we'll wait for some people to come in, so we'll chit chat for a minute. But I just found out because I tried before you came on, I tried going to X because we had a problem with it recording last week.
Right.
And we can no longer record on X unless we're premium. So that was the reason for that.
Really?
I mean, like that. So they have made it to where we can't go on there. Isn't that special?
Well, that's not good.
Yeah. So we got
Well, how
that.
about LinkedIn?
Well, LinkedIn, I deleted that whole ordeal. So that went to crap.
Yeah.
I
Well
done that
then,
in
and you can't
harshness.
restart it?
I already tried. Same login, same password, everything, and it doesn't bring it all up. So you know how long it took me to get
What's
that?
premium on what's the premium cost on Twitter?
I don't know. I'd have to check and see. But yeah,
Oh
we'd
crap.
have to do that.
I'd like for us to if we could just get I think it's 500 people on
TikTok
yeah,
talk
and we
of
can go
ticks.
live.
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah. And let me tell you that algorithm is like you get a lot of followers quick if you're doing live.
Yeah. It
I just
did you listen to the one episode of Joe Rogan about TikTok? About their disclaimer when you go on there on how they TikTok says that they have access to all your personal information. That's one of the things you have
I
to
mean
agree with.
they only have enough information on there to I mean they only have what you give them.
True.
You know, we have to grow our daggum following because I mean those the Saucy podcast
Yeah.
they have 5,000 followers.
But is he on very much?
Yeah, they're on weekly or twice a week.
Are they?
Yeah,
5,000. And it's
yeah,
surprising because a lot of people complain about their language.
I know, but I mean
So you're saying we
I
should
mean
start
they're
cussing? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
no, not at all. I'm just saying that now they do a lot of gaming too on that. So if I ever get a PS5, what do you have? PS5?
No, I've got a Xbox.
If I ever get an Xbox, then maybe we can do that
I was actually thinking about getting on there tonight. I don't know.
and do
We need to find out who all's listening. So do a shout out if you are listening. Kind of put something in the comments so we can see who's out there, who all is spying on us, watching us. It would be cool, and I'm sure eventually that it will come to a point to where they'll have ID of who shows the actual people that are watching. But
anyway. I mean,
yeah. So I mean, that would be interesting to know.
I have a fly in here that is about
I
to
know. I
drive
seen that.
me
I seen that.
absolutely insane.
So what are you trying to say?
And he got near my face, and you know,
He's all up in your
so
grill.
we've been battling a little bit. It's just that time of year, and and right
Well,
around our daggum
it's already
kitchen
August.
door,
What do you think about that?
huh?
So it's already August. What do
August.
you think about that? Yeah.
Look, man. I mean, as soon as football gets here, which is tonight,
Is it?
the Hall of Fame game is on tonight.
Oh, well, I'm not into, I mean, I am when it comes to college, some
And then
pro,
in
but
30 days, in 30 days, college football starts. Well, Bama football does anyway. So,
And when is
I don't.
your game that you're going to? When is that?
October 24th.
Okay, so it's going to be probably cool then. Probably right?
Yeah,
Maybe.
probably,
Yeah.
probably. I mean, it'd be cool enough. We're gonna. I think we're staying in Montgomery, which is about 2.5 hours away. So we'll get up early that morning, get into Tuscaloosa, do some Bama things. Like there's some places to eat and stuff like that. So yeah,
So
I
how do you think they're
I
going to do
I,
this year?
I don't know, but I can assure you there's about 100% chance of tears of me, one, stepping on the campus, and two, stepping into the stadium.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now there's one I'm not, I do like them only because I guess it's almost like a hereditary thing, background type thing, but um the I wouldn't mind actually visiting because I heard they have a nice campus, and that's Notre Dame. I heard that that's a
yeah,
really nice campus, and
it
I'd
is.
like to.
I've not seen it in person, but I've seen it, like on game day or something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, we have our campus is real nice, and just being around someone other, a team other than Georgia, is going to be nice. But there's plenty of Bama fans here in Georgia. You
Yeah.
know, oh gosh, those are two flies. That's going to drive me crazy.
What are you doing with flies in your castle?
Well, I mean, I'm out in my studio, so
I got you.
you
So,
know,
so as so this is basically just I had titled this one Banter Weekly. Um,
okay.
so we can kind of go over some, I guess, current events, things that are going on, things that are happening. Which I do want to talk about one.
Are you trying to get me fired up?
Well, no, it's not necessarily
I
political.
mean, because
Not necessarily political though, but just current events, things that are going on. um, which I do have. Hang on, I had to get some. Let me get the date up, but I do have on my other website thing. We got the car show going on. I think it's September 28th at our church here in Jacksonville. So if you're in Jacksonville, um, they have a pretty decent. When you got that many cars, wouldn't you say that's a pretty decent car show, right?
how many you didn't say?
Yeah, I've told you. Well, me and you have talked about it offline, but last year I think they had upwards of 450 plus. That's
Mm,
quite a few
that's a
cars.
that's a very good car show. That's an extremely good car show.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you would like to share that to the BDG, you know, because the BDG is now a member of the Florida Car Council, and that's what it is.
Yeah.
And you may get even more. Can y'all stand more?
Yes, I think we can because I think this year we are looking at one of the biggest drawing cards for that, other than it being a huge car show, is we have the burnout at the
Mm.
end. Or no, it's right before trophies and all that. But we do have that. But if we didn't have the burnout session, we probably could fit easily another 100 something cars just on that lane where we do the burnout session at. So I mean, but yeah, I think we can. It's all in the way we set it up because we're having parking down the street for the volunteers and stuff like that. So that way we can keep as many as we can because a lot of people trailer their stuff there too. and then they
Whose
also,
whose idea was it to do the burnout?
I don't know, we've had that forever and a day. I think we've had it for the past 10 years, I
The
believe.
reason I'm asking, the reason I'm asking is there's a lot of times a lot of car shows don't like that.
Yeah.
They like think it's disrespectful and that kind of stuff. So
We've done it for the past 10 years, and we have it's away from the actual cars, so it's a lane all to itself. It's like
okay,
the farthest part away from everybody, and there's a huge lane, and we keep all the everybody, even spectators, we keep behind it, so there's no, nobody in possibly getting in trouble or getting hurt or anything like that. But we have a lot of people that crowd around and watch the burnout.
okay.
But yeah, that's a big thing. I think last year, year before, they had Lee was there, um, and he was on the other side when I was helping out with the burnout. So that was pretty good. But they're gonna have all the food trucks. Um, I think they are. So they got all the different food trucks, but they got one that I think they're looking for somebody that is maybe a hamburger truck, because they've got the barbecue, they've got all kind of sweets, they got all that other stuff, but I think they're looking for somebody that maybe in the line of like burgers and fries type thing. Um,
Why don't you reach out to Big Al
okay, well I don't have his
because
information.
you're not friends with him on Facebook?
I don't think so. I mean, I maybe I
Okay,
can't remember, but I can check and
yeah,
see.
yeah. I can reach out to him and see if he's available. What's the date again?
September 28th.
That's a Saturday, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
Um,
and we're also we had a thing last night to where we were handing out flyers. So what we do is we have volunteers go to all the car shows between now and then and hand out flyers for hours. And
y'all get
everybody that,
permission for that?
huh? Yeah,
Y'all. Okay, you asked for permission. Good.
yep.
Okay,
So
that's good.
we hand out flyers and we sent out the emails to everybody from last year that participated. So it's going to be a pretty big deal for sure.
Make sure you post it on the Brothers Banter car show link too.
Okay. Yeah, I forgot
And
about that. We got to do that.
hey, Mama D. Hey, Wendy, babe. Yeah, Steve may know somebody, but I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
Gotcha.
But Big Al does. I mean, he does really good burgers, dogs, and are they are they selling them or are they giving them away?
They're selling them.
Okay,
So with a
so
crowd
yeah,
that big, you figure just let's say 450 cars, there's probably at least two-person per car. Usually it's a man and wife, usually not all the time. And then you got all the spectators I'm talking about. So there's thousands of people there that come and check out that car show.
right.
So
Mama D, it's at North Jack Baptist Church over there by the
zoo.
zoo,
Yep.
Main and Picture basically.
Yes.
Um, and yeah, I went one year. I'm pretty sure.
Did you?
Pretty sure I went. I mean, yeah. I mean,
You probably forgot
since
about
we
me.
do
Is all.
no, since we've been doing this,
Really?
I'm almost sure I did. Like,
You probably
because we've been
forgot
doing
about me.
this now almost 4 years, right?
We've been doing this since 2020,
Yeah. So
November of
November,
2020.
right? So it's going up on 4 years. So yeah, it was like I'm real sure it was. I mean, I don't remember the date, but I mean, I'm sure that. But yeah, Mama D knows. Her and Pops know a lot of people with cars. Stuff like that. Uh, and I'm reading what it says in the thing. So
Yeah, I
Steve
got you.
said he's having a huge Jeep event at his church in December. So
Yeah, we
if you know
actually are
anybody that
having
does just burgers, Steve, um, Brian's looking for somebody. Uh,
for our car show.
Yeah, for a car show for the
28th of
like
September.
a food truck. Usually a food truck, right?
Yes.
Not a vendor
Yes, a food
tent
truck. Yeah,
food
and
truck.
we'll have
Okay.
all those. Those will be kind of in a whole area, so it's going to be wall to wall. We'll have all those lined up that day, so
Okay.
it's a pretty big deal. So I'm excited about that. You got any announcements on your end that you got anything coming up? You got something coming up this
Yes,
weekend.
we do. So Mayor Day K, and the absolutely amazing artist Wendy Brooke, my beautiful bride. Um, we have a show on St. Simon's Island, and she is doing some new stuff. And if you guys want to know what it is, hit us up on Mayor Day K on Facebook, or myself or Wendy, and we can kind of give you an idea of what it is. Unless she wants to go ahead and slap a picture in there, or let them know what's going on. I don't want to overstep my boundaries. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to get in trouble, walk in the house and get a little backhand saying, "What are you doing?" You know. But if she wants to go ahead and announce what she's doing, that's fine. Unless she tells me I can, then I will. But we have that. And man, what else is going on? Oh, the Olympics are going on, which was absolutely
We can go into that.
stupid.
Yeah, that's oh, okay. So unless you don't pay attention, which for the most part I don't pay attention much to the news and all that. Donnie knows that, and that makes Donnie very happy when I don't do that. But
Mm,
even I know the fact. I guess we're a little bit. Steve, that was we're needing a hamburger. Somebody that just basically focuses on hamburgers and French fries type thing. Truck. We got all the other trucks, barbecue and all that other lined up, but we need one for the 28th of September. So, um,
anybody that does that drunken chicken,
yeah, yeah, that was pretty good.
oh man, that was so good.
Um, but anybody that hasn't seen, basically the Olympics, the opening of the Olympics, pretty much made a mockery of the Last Supper. As far as and that hit a nerve. It's like everybody is this year. Have you noticed how? I guess everybody, the woke crowd, and everybody's pushing buttons, and there are reactions this year where normally we would kind of just sit and be quiet. Have you noticed that this year? Um, but anyway, if you
You
didn't
know,
see, it is quite actually sickening. And I'm not one
it is.
to make fun of people or anything else, but some people, you know, I'm gonna say this in a polite way, don't necessarily need to be on there. Um, you know,
I mean, are you talking about the transgenders?
well,
Because I'll say it. You know,
yeah,
let me tell you something right now, and because this is going to get me fired up quick, fast, in a hurry. You know, so God does not make mistakes, as you well know. Okay, you were born a male or a female by the grace of God, and He didn't make a mistake, and now all of a sudden you think you want to be a female, but you're male. All right, um, you can't change a chromosome. You can't, this whole thing. Well, can men get pregnant? And then like, you see all these these stupid liberals that are in front of Congress. They're like, um, Congressman, um, you know, you're using language that's very offensive, and I know what you're trying to do, and but they can't understand. When I get frustrated, it's hard for me to not say certain
articulate it.
things.
Yeah.
Well,
So
yeah, it's hard for me not to say certain things because you know what I want to do. I you want to walk up to them and slap them across the chops and say, "Wake up!" You moron.
They're
You know.
you and I know both they're doing it on purpose. Anyway, um, so to add to the opening ceremony, um, Logan Paul, I don't know if you've seen that on one of those news outlet things or whatever. He chimed in on something, and I don't know if it was a wrestling match or a boxing match in the Olympics to where a guy participated in the female. Did you see that?
I did. That was uh, it might be it's Lithuania or it's one of those dumb little countries against an Italian girl. Now the Kazakhstan or Lithuania or
Yeah, Steve
Lavatka
said
or
it was
whatever it was.
boxing. Yeah.
It was boxing, yes. So the Italian girl lost her father like recently, very recently, and so now all of a sudden she's in the ring with a man and he's punched in her face twice. So basically, the Olympics have made it okay for men to abuse women. And the left is okay with that. They're like, well, he deserves to be there too because he identifies as a girl. I mean, I
So
might identify as an ostrich, but you don't see me running around with feathers and I can't fly, right?
let me ask you something. Hypothetically speaking, if we had our man Tyson back in the day, or even now, he identified as a girl, I think that he could pretty much take the gold in the Olympics,
Oh yeah, yeah.
especially
I mean,
against this twerp that thinks he's manly enough. Well, not manly enough to beat up on a woman and think they're. Yeah, you're right. I don't want to talk about it.
and so then he went. So then the um abomination went up to the Italian girl and offered their uh, condolences, and she's like, I'm not having it, because she like after she quit and they raised dude's hand or his hand in victory. Um, she felt her knees and said it's not fair, and it's not fair.
I agree with that.
We like, Florida don't allow that crap. That is a one of the good things that that DeSantis has done. Florida doesn't allow it. This Florida is where wokeness goes to die, and that's exact. Those are his exact words. And that's how any conservative or MAGA conservative or what have you uh, state should feel and should have laws in place for that. Go woke, go broke. Look, I don't. There's things that I won't buy because of their wokeness, man. I can't.
Affiliation. Yeah.
It's hard for
So
me to deal with, man.
yeah, let's just move on because it's making me ill, and I don't want to speak ill. Um, so does anybody? Me and Donnie was talking about this earlier. I was looking at a clip online that's showing 10 people that have were killers that are in prison now that are being released this year, or not being not being released or coming up for parole. And one of them I was shocked to say because it is a huge name. And David
Yep.
Berkowitz is coming up for parole. I think this month in August. I think he's
The
coming up
son
for
of Sam,
parole. Yeah, he's actually now whether he will, which I
right?
seriously doubt it. How do you get patrol? How do you get paroled when you've killed that many people? How does that even happen? I don't understand.
So, all right. Well, Hinckley. Now I know he only shot one person. Well, no, he shot three or four people. John Hinckley, the one that tried to assassinate Reagan.
Yeah,
You know, um, so he's out. My question is, one, where do you live in America where you tried to shoot one of the most popular presidents on the face of the earth?
yeah.
You know, Yeah, I know it was 40 years ago, but how do you? Because I'm gonna be like, I think you need to change my name to James Smith or something like that. You know what I'm saying? If I'm Hinckley,
Yeah.
yeah, you
Well,
need to change my
well, it
name.
depends on who you're
Grow a big
around
old
too,
beard.
because you nowadays you say certain names and the younger groups don't know who they are. Just like David Berkowitz. Chances are you ask
Right.
probably have you ever look, this is a sidebar to this, but have you ever seen, and I know you have, flipping through all those videos and stuff, and you've seen the guys asking the younger generation now, which are in college and everything else, and ask them certain common sense questions and they don't know the answer to. So
Oh yeah. What?
asking them who Berkowitz were, I guarantee you probably asked 10 of them and they probably none of them know who he is unless you
They
just
wouldn't.
seen it in a
Go ahead.
movie or something like that.
Right. They wouldn't know who. Um. What's the one that he got killed not too long ago? In there, he ate a lot of boys.
Oh, did he get killed?
Dahmer. Yeah.
Oh, Dahmer
Somebody killed him in prison. Dahmer.
is
Yeah. Yeah. Dahmer.
I'm trying to think. I can't now. This is where my memory's not good. Is the who was John Wayne
John Wayne
Gacy?
Gacy.
Is he still around? Is he alive?
I don't. Yeah. You have to Google that, buddy. I don't know.
Okay, but
Yeah.
yeah. So anyway, so David Berkowitz is up, and I don't know the woman's name right off the top of my head, so you have to excuse me. The one I believe she was in South Carolina. Is that right? The one I was telling you about that drove her two young
Oh.
kids into the
Yeah. Susan something.
yeah, but that was South Carolina, right? I think so, right?
Yeah. Yeah. It was South
Yeah,
Carolina. Yeah.
she's up
Drove
for
her
parole
kids
this
into a
year too.
retention pond.
Yeah, she's
Dave, can
she's
you
up for
tell us
parole.
who that was? Susan. And I'm almost sure it was Susan.
Yeah, she looks totally different now. It does not look like the
Yeah.
same person now.
Yeah.
Berkowitz,
And didn't
they
they?
showed a updated picture of Berkowitz. He does look the same. I mean, he's an older version, but you can definitely tell it's
Of
him.
course. Yeah. You're talking 40 years
46
or
years ago, yeah.
46 years ago. Yeah. You know. Um. Yeah. So I don't know if John Wayne Gacy's dead or not, but
I
you
might
know,
have to look at that.
yeah. Susan Smith. I remember it. I knew it was Susan.
Okay.
Thanks, pops. Um. Yeah. So and so she's coming up for parole too, huh?
No, she's coming for parole this year. Gacy is dead. He died
Uh,
in 94.
okay.
Yep.
Did he get executed
It says
or he's
he
died of
died
old age?
guilty of 33 murders. No, evidently how did he die? He was still in prison um when he died. So I'm not sure of
Okay, so
how
he
he
just
died.
died of an illness or what have you. So
So
yeah,
yeah,
I
so
mean,
that's up this. I mean, it was kind of I use the word lightly, fascinating. It's not fascinating these people got killed, but it to have that mindset of, man, I don't know how you can do it. It does say, people do say that after you kill your first couple, I guess you kind of sear your conscience a little bit as far as to keep the human part out of it. Does that make sense? Kind of like it's easier the more you do it, I guess. I couldn't tell you. I don't know.
it's on Dexter like that.
Is it?
It gets easier for him to do it. Yeah, but his conscience is talking to him through his dad. You know, so Dexter was a pretty good series, and it's coming
Yeah,
back
I
too. By the
tried
way,
getting into that one too.
man, you just need to fight to the
uh,
man.
I huh?
You'll watch like 3 episodes and then be on to something else, and then tell
No,
me
that's not always right. That's not
that is
always. Sometimes right.
that is that is 99.9% right.
Okay,
Because
so
you'll tell hold on, you'll tell me about one, and then I'll get to watching it, and I'll be like, hey man, I'm on episode blah blah blah. You're like, I quit watching that like 3 weeks ago. I'm like, oh, you
yeah, that's
sucker.
true. So, um, moving on to something else. this week as last Thursday, I believe it was. Uh, Deadpool Wolverine came out, and
Did you watch it yet?
yeah, I went and watched it Saturday. Um,
Oh, it's at
uh,
the movies. You didn't watch it on Expedite?
no, I actually went to see this in the theater, which when I was there, I wasn't sure, and I didn't want to single somebody out, but one row up, down on my right, there was a woman that had this tripod and had this thing that was like this, and I don't know if she was because if it was a camera, it was a funny looking camera.
Well, it was probably
But I think what I think it was something to magnify her vision. Is what I think it was. I don't think it was a camera, but it could have been. I mean, who knows? Because now you see all these people that have leaked out the intro to Deadpool, and it yeah, it you could tell because you see either somebody walking by or you hear somebody eating or drinking or something like that. So yeah, you know that it's happened. But the
didn't Kramer do
opening,
something like that?
yeah, yeah, he was recording. They got Jerry involved in it, but
Yeah.
it was for we went like 9:45 in the morning, and there were quite a few people. Believe it or not, that was it. And what I didn't get is people bringing their kids. I guess I'm old
To that, yeah,
fashioned.
well, not to Deadpool. Yeah,
I'm old
Deadpool is definitely not
fashioned when
kid
it.
friendly whatsoever.
You
That mouth
have
is
you
just
seen the
whoa.
other ones?
Oh yeah.
Have you? And I know I'm sure Steve has. He's big time into um Marvel or Marvel DC comics in general, I think. So,
I'll take me a big swig. Hang on a second.
oh boy, here we go. Got the big bubba out. But it was definitely different. Have you ever seen a movie to where you watch it and so much happens that you can't take it all in? Have you ever watched anything like that? It had so much action in it, it was too hard to take all of it in. Really and truly. They have
So I feel like
cameos in there as well.
I. Oh really? Yeah. See,
Yes.
if it's too busy,
Yes.
you're gonna lose me. Like I'll tell you that um the wizard guy,
Wizard.
the
Wizard. Steve,
Dumbledore, all
who's he
them,
talking about? Wizard.
the Dumbledore and the
Oh, you talking about Harry Potter?
Slither. Yeah,
Yeah, that's definitely
I
not a
can't. I
comic. Is it? It could
no,
be.
it's not.
It actually may
No, they're
have a.
books.
Yeah.
They're books. I don't know if they're comics or not, but Steve would know. But I have fallen asleep on every, and there's probably like 32 movies, I think. On every single one of them, I've fallen asleep, and I can't,
Yeah.
I can't do it,
But it
you know.
was.
But I know what you're saying when it's way too busy,
Yeah.
like
Some of the
Men
action
in Black
sequences were like
17 or
that.
whatever it was.
Yeah.
Huh?
Some of the action sequences were so busy that I I just couldn't. You couldn't take every little thing in. It's like it's one of those you have to go back and watch again. But the one thing that I told you about, and I'm sure that everybody would just love to know, they had this dog. You know what a Chinese crested dog is, don't you?
Or what?
Chinese crested. It's where they're
Oh, that
hairless.
dumb hairless dog.
Yeah, and his tongue hangs out because he's got gingivitis or some gum disease, and his tongue hangs out. Anyway,
Yeah.
so this dog actually won UK's ugliest dog contest, and it was dressed up, had a Deadpool outfit on, and in the sequence he ran up to him. Well, the dog was trained to lick all of in his Deadpool's mouth or Ryan Reynolds' mouth. Well, the dog wouldn't do that at first. So you know how they got the dog to do that?
Peanut
They
butter.
they tried all kind of different things. Peanut butter wouldn't work. All the they ended up started or went with salmon paste and put it up in his mouth, and literally his tongue was up in the gum. He was it was disgusting, disgusting. Um,
I can't deal with it.
so moving on to something else that you might what does it say? What do you say? The overabundance of action to make you buy. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Oh, let me tell you this real quick about a TV show that's coming back. And so, was it Horizon? Was Kevin Costner's movie?
Horizon,
Yeah,
Yellowstone.
it didn't do well, or it was either a movie or it was whatever his movie or TV show was is making him come back to Yellowstone
Really?
because he wants to. Yes, I read that the other day somewhere. Um,
Wow.
I want to say it's Horizon. I might be. It's a one word movie title, but it didn't do well, and so now he's getting with Taylor Sheridan, the creator of Yellowstone, and is
Hmm.
going to come back. He's going to finish it uh, and finish off the character like he should, so they can have a
Wow.
spin off of Beth and Rip.
Really? Have
Yep.
you seen it? Hadn't you?
Yeah, I'm just waiting for the next season.
Oh, okay.
Because it left. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, when you verified that Horizon Part 1 and 2. But yeah, it didn't do well at all.
Yeah, he came
And
out with
so
yeah, Taylor Sheridan. So he wrote the 1883.
right,
He also wrote what's that? Um Mayor of
Kingstown.
yeah, Jeremy Renner's in it.
Yeah,
He also has one you know the girl that plays in the main character in Avatar. Her name's Zoe
yeah.
something. She is in a new series, which there was only one season. I seen the whole thing. I actually went through the whole thing, and he wrote that one as well. It's called Lioness, and it's
Okay.
kind of like a military type movie. That was pretty good. But yeah, Taylor Sheridan, man, is just hitting them back to back for sure.
So he's hot right now.
Yes,
But I feel like anything. What do you think it would do if he redid Deadwood?
I think that he could definitely revive it for sure, no doubt.
I think so too.
Yeah,
I was so disappointed when they killed that series, man.
yeah,
Like there were so many, but then the movies. There's two movies that came out that kind of. I mean, it shut it down. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So it definitely. You'd have to actually do or Sons of Anarchy.
Ooh, but they are coming out with something that's pre-Jax.
Oh, really?
Yes. What Clay. So his would that be considered? I guess his stepdad. I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's going to be a younger Clay and actually Jax's dad
All
in that.
right.
And
So Clay
speaking,
Clay killed his father, right?
yeah. So
Yeah,
well,
I thought.
yeah. So back in the day, on well for our other one, Sopranos is there's going to be a spinoff of Sopranos coming January or February where what is his name that played Tony? Um
James Gandolfini.
yeah. His real son in real life that played in this other spinoff is going to be in that as a young Tony again.
He did
So
a good job.
yeah, he did. That's actually pretty cool that he done that. Um
Yeah, I think
so
so.
that was pretty good. You got anything else recently that's come up that you want to chime
So,
in on or
do you do any reality shows?
reality? Not really.
Survivor, Big Brother, The
No.
Challenge, nothing like that.
No, the only reality show is a cooking show. It's something challenging or going up against Bobby Flay. It's
Oh,
where yeah,
okay.
but I watched that. But other than that, oh, and for a short stint, the
Yeah,
girls
I'm
and
sure.
Tammy has got me on Dance Moms, which is that woman wears me out. She
All
really
right, you
does.
see what I'm doing? You see what this is?
Yeah. Oh,
All
I
right.
just go in the other room
No,
when they
can you?
watching it.
No, I'm saying, can you hand me your man card?
Yeah, whatever. But it actually is
That's
the
ridiculous.
the woman
Dance
that it
moms.
is on that. She is yeah, she wouldn't talk to my kid like that. I can tell you that right now. There ain't no way. And I know it has to be a lot of it has to be all scripted and all that, but there's
You might as well
no
watch Honey Boo Boo
I
if you're
never watched
watching
that.
Dance Moms.
I never
Oh
seen
my
that.
gosh.
Do you even know
That's,
what the Dance Moms is?
yeah, I'm pretty sure that wasn't Honey Boo Boo on that at one point.
Oh, Abby Lane, your
Uh,
mom knows. That's
is that who
Dance
that is?
Moms. Yeah. Yeah.
Mom, you disappoint me, Mom.
It's actually it can get pretty interesting, I guess. But I just wouldn't. Well, I guess what catches me is how the moms actually allow that woman to talk to their kids, and that wouldn't happen. Not in this date,
Yeah,
not
if
this
somebody
time.
talks to my kid a certain way, you know, I'm not gonna deal with that. Not disrespectful. But did all right. So did you have something else?
Not right off the top of my head. I mean, I was actually scrolling through the news feed and see if anything
Yeah.
caught off the top of my head. Now
Well, why don't we just talk about?
there is one thing which I know, people that listen to it may not know. You know Wendy O, right?
Yes.
You know her and Bit Boy's beefing,
Okay.
and he's basically calling her out right now. So that's a
To
whole
do
thing.
what?
He's calling her out because she's fake. She actually was one of the she was working in conjunction with the Bit Boy's team to actually get him kicked out of his own company. She was part of that. Well, so he says. I didn't listen to her side of it, so I don't know how exactly true that is. I mean, but no, other than that, yeah, your
Well, on
mom's right on
TikTok,
that. So get this. So Dance Mom, your mom's right. It says JoJo was a child on her show. That is right. I hadn't seen that part, but
who's JoJo?
JoJo Siwa.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so she
Yeah, well,
started
she's a freak of nature right now.
yeah, so she started
Like,
out on that show and
yeah.
then she
So
just turned into a somebody with a 5 o'clock shadow.
yeah, I can see that. Because she's a liberal,
Yes.
uh,
She
Trump
came out.
hating.
She came out like a year or so, right? Ago? I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure.
but I think what she is uh, she's a transgender lesbian
What?
or some. Yeah,
I don't
she's an
know all the
odd character,
terms.
dude.
I don't know all the terms. Of course, when you get to our age, we really don't care because we don't talk about it anyway. So,
Yeah,
um,
it's tough. It's tough for me to talk about stuff like that just because. So Arabella used to love JoJo Siwa,
oh, really? Okay.
and yeah, now I see her. Well, when she was young and
Yes. And she
not
was on Dance Moms.
I don't know.
That's how everybody,
It,
she started out because she went from Dance Moms onto, she had her on a YouTube channel. And then that's where
yes, and
she blew up.
that's where Arabella saw her
Yeah.
and was watching her dance and stuff like that. So yeah, we now I've never watched Dance Mom. That like
You would be a big
I'll tell you
fan.
the reality shows that I like: Survivor, Big Brother, Gordon Ramsay shows. Like Hell's Kitchen, um,
But he's got, I mean,
and
you can't really watch anything, including him, without getting the 4-letter word and all that. Man, I tell you what, you can't. I think there is an actual program you can buy for your phone or for your TV that kind of takes those words out. I think I was going to look
There
into
might
it
be, but
because it drives me
we
nuts.
watch them. We watch them on either Hulu or whatever it is, and they
Yeah.
bleep them out anyway.
Oh, I didn't
You
know
know,
that.
yeah, mommy and pops watch Naked and Afraid. Oh,
Oh
we
yeah.
also when Wendy and I watch Alone, which is like Naked and Afraid, you're just not naked.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
So why is
I,
your mom and pops watch Naked and Afraid?
I don't know. Ask her.
Is it for because they're naked people on
I have no idea. I don't watch it. I
there?
mean, it's primitive.
Yeah.
I mean that it's how they were back in the day before before they after Adam and Eve ate of the fruit.
So it would be like the episode of Seinfeld where she's crouching down fixing the bike and she's naked trying to fix the bike, the chain, and all that. I know what you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
crazy.
And then Jerry comes out and he's naked, and he told Elaine that, and she goes, no, She goes, y'all just come out and lumpy, and she said, well, a girl is a work of art. She goes, but it doesn't work for a man. Doesn't happen.
Yeah,
So yeah.
that's like when she said when George had shrinkage and
Oh yeah.
and Elaine goes, they shrink. How do you guys walk around with those things? I don't understand. Oh gosh, that's a
That's
whole different podcast.
yeah. That's an X-rated
So
one. We have to put that one explicit.
uh, we can't do that.
Yeah, I know this is a family show, Donnie. This is family.
Yep. So all
Um,
right. Well, I can't think of anything else.
okay, we're good to go.
Yeah. So we appreciate everybody tuning in and commenting and all that good stuff. We just ask that you subscribe, click like, share, all that good stuff. Tell people to do the same. Invite people to our page. We need to get above 500 quick, fast, in a hurry, and we just
To
need
get
to.
another streaming, right? To get
Yes.
so yeah,
Yep.
because X just cut us off, I think, because we're not premium, but we'll look into that and see. I don't know that that
Yeah.
would be actually expensive or not, but I would
It may
think
not
not.
be, but then again, I don't have enough followers on X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it.
Oh yeah, there may
Um.
be a stipulation on that as well.
Yeah. So if you have TikTok, you can you can just search for the Brothers Banter, and you can click follow. We'll follow you right back, and then we can do live on it as well, and we'll get more run on TikTok. I feel like than anything else, including Facebook, because we're kind of stuck at the followers that we have, but people that on TikTok, you know, a lot of newer pages will be able to get um, more run. You know what I'm saying? To get more followers. So I would like to get us over 500 followers because a lot of some of our videos that they're only short. They're only like 3 minutes. They get like 1,500 um, views.
Yeah.
So we get the views. It's just we have to get the followers to get it up further in order to go live and stuff like that. So I'll do a little more research, Brian, on that once I get in the house and chill and everything. So with that being said, my name's Donnie.
My name's Brian.
Peace.
Peace. Where's my hand? There it is.
Where's it at? What are you doing? You even know?